well, he's officially calling for his brown shirts now, so this ought to be interesting. I'm just going to read this whole thing, then we'll talk about the URL that's linked at the end. For all great law enforcement patriots who would like to join the world's premier law enforcement task force where police officers are fully allowed and empowered to do their job and battle crime, apply today to the Make DC Safe Task Force. You will be at the cutting edge of defending our nation's capital city from all dangers and threats, and will be able to join the elite agency of your choice. If you have strong experience, you can begin on the task force immediately. And then the URL is linked. First off, I thought DC had no crime. I'm not sure what the sentence, you will be at the cutting edge of defending our nation's capital city from all dangers and threats means when there is no crime in DC. But, I mean, apparently he needs his own group of individuals to protect DC for him, our dear leader. So you go to this website, and right at the beginning here, there's this Join President Trump's DC Task Force. And he has a thing up here that says that this is an official website of the United States government. And then you scroll down, and it's like, you can join the FBI, you can join the Marshals, you can join the ATF, you can join the DEA, you can join Homeland Security, any group you want to. And then as you're scrolling, there's just this Border Patrol agent here looking all cool, decked out in all his gear, and just an apply now down here. But you want to know the funniest thing about a Kakistocracy? If you click on apply here, it just takes you to USA Jobs. If you scroll down to the FAQ and you look at the questions, and it's like, how quickly will I be able to get one of these positions? And it says it depends on the position, because these are government positions. The hiring process takes some time. And if you do get hired, you have to generally go through a bunch of background screening and all of that. You can't just change the entire government hiring process. So then that takes you to a link at USA Jobs. It's hilarious how incompetent it is to have him saying, you can join this task force immediately and be protecting America and protecting DC and the streets of DC from all these threats. And then it's just like the normal listings that they have for ICE, which I'm sure they're not struggling to fill because no one has any exceptions to anything ICE is doing at all. Everyone is, in fact, very favorably treating ICE as far as I can tell, which makes a whole lot of sense because they're doing such a good job shooting priests in the head and shit like that. Yeah, ridiculous that he's doing this and that he has his own website that's just like, if you love me and want to join my task force and just hang out in DC and stand around me and protect me. It's his brown shirts. Do you want to beat up communists? Do you want to beat up socialists and just, be my own racket force in the fucking political environment here? Well, here you go. Here's how you sign up. But it's not, because it's just USA Jobs. It's hilarious.
Hey, California, I need to talk to you. And this is very, 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 very important. So I just got a text message from Punchbowl this morning saying that another state, another Republican state, had passed a new map. In this case, it was Ohio, but we know that North Carolina has passed new maps. There are legal challenges, but let's assume it's all going through. Kansas is looking at it. Texas has done it. Indiana is doing it, even though they didn't want to do it. Trump is forcing them to do it, and a whole bunch of other states. Trump is literally forcing Republican states to redistrict in the middle of a decade to advantage Republicans in the midterms next year because he knows they cannot win on policies, because Americans hate their policies. Everything, basically, is resting on what we do here in California. Like, I don't want to say that the future of democracy depends upon it, but it literally might. So if you have already voted in the Prop 50 election, that's great. If you haven't, or if you have already voted, but you want to explain to somebody why this is so important, I need you to understand this. The only hope we have of winning the midterms next year and actually holding Trump accountable, putting some guardrails on him, restoring a legislative branch that actually does its job. And make no mistake, I was just in DC. I had Democratic lawmaker after Democratic lawmaker telling me our three branches have collapsed. There's only one now, and it's the executive branch. Guess what that is? That's a king. That's a dictator. Guess what can restore the balance a bit? Democrats winning either the House or Senate or both in the midterms. The House is our best chance, but all of these new maps are going to give Republicans a massive advantage. Imagine you're running a race with another person and they get like a 20-yard head start.
I'm sorry, it's inhuman. There's no other way to describe what Republicans are doing. They have lost their connection to their humanity. Something is unbelievably shriveled inside of them. And it's not just Mike Johnson. Earlier today, J.D. Vance, Sans Couch, had this to say.
Suffering is going to get a lot worse, not because the President of the United States has failed to make the shutdown painless, he's tried to do everything that he can to make it as unpainless as possible. He's tried to do everything that he can to make it as unpainless as possible.
I'm sorry, unpainless as possible? So you mean painful. Donald Trump is trying to make it as painful as possible. I mean, he said at the beginning, the suffering is only going to get worse. The pain is going to get worse. This is their goal. They want you to suffer. They want to deprive you. They want that to be the new normal. If you don't do what they want, they can inflict maximum suffering. They can make you hurt. They can make your children go hungry. They can starve you. They can cause your demise. This is what J.D. Vance and Donald Trump and Mike Johnson want for the future of this country. Inhumanity we are seeing from Republicans right now with this government shutdown. This is what they want to be the new normal. Do not mistake them. This is what they want for the future of America.